How's it going, guys? So this is a summary replay of the live webinar, How to Be More Consistent. I'm just making this separately to when I did it live, just to make it a bit shorter and hopefully easier for you guys to watch, okay? So I'm going to run through the presentation. I'm going to speak through it. The tough thing about consistency, I want to just share my screen here, is that it's not a physical thing that we can really measure and try and improve, which makes it difficult, of course. Okay. If we're trying to get stronger or we're trying to improve our 5K time, we can measure that. So consistency is quite hard to measure. But hopefully, in this seminar, in these slides, I would give you some great action points that you can take away and try to be more consistent. All right. So, consistency, simple definition here, is always behaving or performing in a similar way. Okay. Now, I put the word similar in bold because I feel that this next slide is super important. And it's a big mindset shift that many of you guys should have, need to have, lots of people need to have. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. Okay. Too many people beat themselves up trying to be perfect, trying to follow everything 100%. And then when they ultimately can't, because no one is perfect, they then think that they're not consistent. When in fact, you'd be much better off following your diet, following your training plan, sleep, etc. About 80, let's say 90% of the time for 50 to 52 weeks of the year, than trying to be 100% and quitting after 2 weeks. Okay. Imagine if you did all this bottom paragraph here, how much better your results would be. Okay. They'd be much better. Okay. Because you're not quitting, you're being more consistent. So, just gonna alter your mindset slightly. Consistency doesn't have to mean perfection. Okay, we'll come on to that at the end as well. And this is exactly why quick fixes don't really work. I'm sure you've all done some kind of fad diet. Most people have. The whole point of those quick fix diets are that they only last maybe a week or two, if that. That's nowhere near enough time for our bodies to change, for our health to change, and especially for behaviors and habits to form, because behaviors and habits are the underlying reason why people manage to not only be successful with weight loss, but manage to maintain it. Okay. And we're going to speak about habits a bit later in the slides. So these are some common reasons why I feel people struggle to be consistent. And we're going to go through each one of these and touch upon them. Okay. Before we do that, we did this live on the seminar. And by all means, you can do this now. I would just take a minute just to write down 3 things that you do consistently every single day. Okay. Try not to make them fitness related and simple. They don't have to be mind blowing. Example here, brush your teeth before bed. Okay. Even set your alarm every night. These are just small things that you do without even thinking. Because we need to get into your head that making health and fitness actions more automatic means you've got a better chance of reaching your goals. Okay. And that's the whole idea behind trying to be consistent, is that we become automatic in those little things that, again, might not seem so mind-blowingly amazing, but you guys know that you might struggle to do them. You might struggle to drink half a liter of water when you get up. You might struggle to, do 5 minutes of mobility every single morning, okay? Or before you go to bed. These little things we want to try and become as automatic as possible, okay? So, goal setting. A lot of people I feel aren't consistent because they haven't A, set goals, any goals at all, or B, set realistic goals, okay? Whenever you guys came aboard, we would have set a larger overall goal, all right? Normally at least 6 months, if not more. And this has to have a strong why. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. So does 95% of the world, probably, okay? You've got to have a why to it. I want to lose weight because I want to feel more confident when I go on summer holiday, because I don't feel confident in the clothes I wear. And when I go with my boyfriend, I want to be in as many photos as possible, and I want to remember these times that I felt confident, because I want to enjoy my holiday more, and I don't want to be kind of hidden away in the background. Okay, something like that. Maybe I want to improve my health because there's a history of heart disease in my family, and I want to run around my kids more. You know, that sounds serious, but it's a strong why, isn't it? Okay. From then, we then have a 30-day goal. So that could be something like, I want to lose 8 pounds in 30 days. Okay. Then we have the daily action steps to help reach the 30-day goals, which obviously over time would help reach the long-term goals. Okay. So this is how we kind of break it down. You see how different that is to just, I want to lose weight. Okay. It's very generic. And these goals have to be realistic and measurable. So I said about 8 pounds, or the daily action steps, which we'll come on to in a bit. You know, I need to drink 3 liters of water a day. That is realistic. That's measurable. You know, if you currently eat 0 vegetables, me telling you to go from 0 to 10 servings of vegetables a day isn't realistic right now. Okay. Maybe start with 3 servings of vegetables. That's realistic. It's measurable. Okay. Just some examples there. Your goals should slightly scare you, but they should also excite you. Okay. Got to kind of find that borderline of being scared, but excited. Okay. Back to the action steps. Super important because they help build momentum. Okay. Start with the easiest 2 to 3 action steps you can do. We've probably been through this together, especially when you start your journey, but just in case maybe you come off track. What are you not doing now that you can start doing that is really, really simple? Okay. Again, back to the water. Drink 500 milliliters of water when you wake up. Okay. Whenever you have a coffee, don't forget to take your supplement. Okay. Whenever you get home from work, you know, put your gym clothes on straight away. Okay. So then you go and work out. Whatever it is, once you can start doing this consistently, you add another 1 or 2 actions. This then makes you believe more that you can do everything. Okay. And it builds momentum. Remember that the more time you allow for these actions to become automatic, they'll become habits. And habits, without habits, we can't get results, and we definitely cannot maintain them. Okay. And that's why a lot of people have had this yo-yo over their life when it comes to weight loss, because yes, they've got some results, but because they never gave it time for habits to form, they just went back. Okay. Again, we will come more to habits near the end of this presentation. So the shiny object syndrome is basically constantly jumping from one plan to another. That will never ever lead to consistency. Okay. You probably face with it every single day on social media, which I know is tough and annoying. Buy this plan, do this diet, stuff like that. Okay. Oh, I've been doing this one for a week, but now I'll try this one. But it's never going to lead to consistency in it. Again, habits take months to form. Please don't believe this rubbish that habits can form in 21 days. They don't. Okay. I'm being real with you. It takes absolutely months. Okay. Yes, habits can start forming, but for them to become automatic, which we spoke about, that takes months. Okay. Remember, the grass is not always greener. You could have the most fanciest, expensive plan from, I don't know, the best coach in the world. If you can't follow it and can't do it consistently, it's irrelevant. Okay. See what I mean? So don't always think that the grass is greener. Oh, this looks amazing. Actually, maybe just try to focus more on what you're doing. Okay. And be patient. This is a great little infographic. So imagine the diamonds, like your weight loss goals or like your dream goals, like the dress that you want to look amazing in, or your blood pressure levels that you want to get down, something like that. Okay. Remember that to be consistent, if you are consistent, you're gonna eventually get there, but you have to be patient. Okay. Imagine if you were this person, look how close he is. All right. So just don't give up. Sometimes I know it's slow and I know it's frustrating, but always think, right, what am I doing every single day? Because that's what I can control. I'm then building up habits over time. So when I eventually break into these diamonds, I've got the habits in place to maintain those results. Doing everything at once. A lot of people are guilty of this. Okay. The example I use here is, let's say you started a new job in a new field. Would your boss on your first day come in and tell you every single thing to do with the company, to do with what he needs you to do? Okay. Probably not. Probably wouldn't be the best boss if he did. Okay. Because that's just going to overwhelm you. You're going to be like, what the hell am I doing here? Okay. Should be no different when trying to lose body fat, when trying to improve your health. Okay. All these things on their own could be beneficial. Okay. Doing them all at once, you're going to be like, whoa. Okay. Again, back to the action steps. Start with 1 to 3 things you can change. Don't add any more till these are easier to do. Okay. Till they become more automatic. So let's speak more about habits. Habits are so important. Okay. This is what's called a habit loop. Okay. As you can see, there's 3 things here: cue, routine, reward. A habit isn't complete without this circle, okay, without each thing happening. So I'm going to put some examples on the next page, but just to speak through it quickly, The cue is something that's basically already happening, okay, in your life, in your daily, whatever you do in your day. The routine is what you're either currently doing or, let's be honest, what you want to be doing. And the reward, super important, this, okay, is you have to tell your brain that I will feel this reward from doing this and it's worth remembering to do in the future, which then leads back to the cue, okay? So here's some examples. So the cue is your alarm clock going off. That already happened, I assume, for most of us, okay? So let's say the routine is that normally you snooze, okay, and you stay in bed, but the routine is, you know what, I want to, as soon as my alarm goes off, I'm going to get out of bed, I'm going to jump in the shower. Because the reward of that is suddenly I feel clean, I feel fresh, I'm awake, ready to tackle the day, okay? Let's say you go into the kitchen after you've done all of that, you open the fridge, something we all do multiple times during the day. Let's say it's in the morning. Opening the fridge is a cue, the routine. I want to take out ingredients for healthy breakfast, okay? I don't want to close the fridge and just decide to order something or not eat breakfast, okay? Because the reward of doing that, of having a healthy breakfast, is I start my day off in a healthy way and I start feeling good, feel energized, feel on top of the world, okay? We all know what it's like to start the day in a great way. You feel awesome, especially when you go into work, okay? Let's say you want to make sure you train when you get home from work. So the cue is getting home from work. You already get home from work. That's just something that's already happening. But instead of sitting down, being on your phone, being on Instagram, watching Netflix for an hour, just put on your gym clothes straight away, okay? That's a routine you want to put in because then you're going to go work out, okay? And then the reward of working out is endorphins, stress release. You're one step closer to your goals, okay? So on the live call, we had a couple of examples. One of them was about, which I spoke many times before, about the alarm going off and making sure you drink 500 milliliters of water so you feel more focused and awake. That was one of them. What else did we have? We had bedtime reminder, which you can set on. You can set on the iPhone. I'm sure you can set on Android too. So the bedtime reminder goes off at, let's say, 9 p.m. Okay, so it's on your phone. That's the cue. The routine is then to get ready for bed. And also the reward of getting into bed earlier is that you then feel energized the next day. You're able to work out if you're working out in the morning. We all feel better after a good night's sleep. Okay, so that's just a few examples that were in the live call. But if you can, actually, I'm not going to say if you can, I'd advise you to take a couple minutes and just write a few of these down. Okay, what is something that you do at the moment? What routine do you want to add in? And how do you feel? Always remember, how are you going to feel after you've done something? We all have those days when we don't want to work out. Okay, I have them too. But you know how you're going to feel after. You're going to feel good. Okay, maybe it might not even be the best workout, but you're going to feel good. You're going to feel positive. You're going to feel more energized. No one's ever regretted the workout after. Yes, they may be sore or tired, but no one's ever said, "Oh, I wish I didn't do that workout." That hasn't happened. Okay. So really start to think the rewards, because then you trick your brain into thinking, right, that's something I want to do again because of that reward. Okay. Coming to the end here again, please don't aim for perfection. All right. Don't punish yourself. If you fall off track, you don't need to overcompensate for overeating, starve yourself, because this is just more extreme behavior. Okay. It's never ever going to be consistent, you living your life this way. Okay. So again, that doesn't mean when I say don't aim for perfection, don't do anything, don't put any effort in. Of course not. But you're almost allowing yourself, you know what? I've had a busy day today. I had a really stressful day. I wasn't perfect with my food. It happened. Okay. Dinner's going to be better. I'm going to go out for a walk, de-stress, because I know the reward is I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel less stress. I'm going to sleep better. And the next day comes along and we're back on it. Okay. So don't beat yourselves up, is what I'm trying to say here. And lastly, always remember your reasons why. Okay, why are your goals important to you? If you're feeling a bit stuck in the moment, go back to when we first spoke and your goals. Okay, write them down again if you have to. Why are they important to you? How will they affect other areas of your life when you achieve them? Okay, let's be confident when you achieve them, not if you achieve them. Okay, how you feel physically and mentally. How will you feel? You guys are all busy professionals with high up jobs, responsibility. How will you feel when, let's say, you've lost 20 pounds, you can fit into a work dress that you haven't in, let's say, a couple of years? How do you feel if you walk into the office, if you walk into a meeting after achieving that? you're going to be walking in there like a badass, aren't you? Okay. You're going to be walking in there, the most confident person in the room, chest out, confidence oozing from you. People are going to be looking at it thinking, wow, okay. Think about how much better you're going to perform at work, how much more productive you're going to be, how much more energized you're going to be, how much, better chance you've got maybe getting a promotion. Okay, something like that. I'm just giving you a work-related example. Okay, so always remember your reasons why. Yes, you want to lose body fat. Yes, you want to improve your confidence. Yes, you want to, look better in certain clothes. These are all brilliant reasons why, but try to go a bit further. Okay, use a vision board if you have to. All right, and then just to end, finding the perfect blend between dreaming and being realistic is key to consistency. Okay, so yes, I want you guys to have high goals. All right, and that's why we break them down, because it's hard to focus solely on a 6-month goal or a 12-month goal without breaking it down. Okay, so I want you to dream, but also want you to be realistic. Okay, think about it. If you spend the last 5, 10, 15 years in a bad, let's say, way of health, a bad relationship with food, it's not just going to change in a few months. Okay, we're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to put everything in place for it to change, but it will get there as long as you're consistent, which hopefully now or over the next few weeks you can be, because of this seminar. Okay, so I hope this helps, guys. I know this will now be posted in the group. Make sure you caught up on it. Okay, and if you have any questions, just drop them down below or just send me a message as always. All right, take care, guys. Have a nice day.